front of things. We'll see if they can do the same here tonight. Already down the field, looking for Musu. He cuts back, working 2-on-1. Campbellsville throw in. That'll be a goal kick for Georgetown. Tigers playing up a little bit here. Now they'll retreat back. Big boot past midfield.
Big header from Diego Cheno there. Good to have him back after missing the St. Thomas More game through suspension.
Nyokwizara. Across the middle, now to the near side. Up ahead, Musu chasing it down. Cuts back inside, leaves it off for Schmidley. Tried to cross in, but cleared away by Mora. Bird will be taking the corner. Heading into the box, cleared away. Corner kick for the Tigers once again, trying to keep the pressure on this back line early. Crowd getting into it here early. Heading into the box, Schmidley heads it down. Not Schmidley, excuse me, that was Shane Ho. Kojima has that one stripped away. Georgetown will keep things moving. Foul called on Campbellsville.
It's good to see Campbellsville squeezing Georgetown early, Colin, putting the pressure on them. 2 corners already. A half chance for Diego Cheno there. But we saw from the off with the incentive of Yuso Kojima there as well, pressing into the corner, pressing them high, and the left back Elvis there as well, not giving them an inch of space.
Georgetown starting the attack, but Feely there to keep it away. The Georgetown throw in. Corner kick. So Oscarson looked a little frustrated that one came off the way it did. Now Georgetown's chance to apply pressure to this Campbellsville back line.
Some big players flooding that box, Colin.
Into the box. Headed down, hits the turf. And Georgetown keeps it alive. Georgetown throw in. A lot of physical play there from Musu and Cardona.
Just got caught with the wrong side there, Musu.
Lining things up for this free kick here. Looks like Cadiz will step up to take it. Offside call. Georgetown caught behind the Tiger defense. So the Campbellsville Tigers dispelling troubles away here early. Cut off Bird. Keeping his foot in there. Kojima spins off, but Georgetown able to keep possession until Feely sends it over to Schmidley. Now the Tigers of Campbellsville trying to get on the attack, but Schmidley will slow things up as Kojima will send it over to Neokwazara. Oscarson, a good touch, but spun around by the Georgetown defender, and a lot of pushing and shoving on that far side.
With the fans packed into the Finley Stadium tonight, it's turned into a bit of a hostile atmosphere for the Georgetown Tigers to play in.
If I'm not mistaken, that might be some of the men's volleyball team that are right
the
there.
men's volleyball team have turned up tonight, and it's hopefully helped turn Finley Stadium into a fortress.
It's men's volleyball's Kendall Waters, I think, that's their hype man on the sideline, who's down there creating a lot of hype for Tiger soccer.
Seems very into it.
So they'll play back to Haug. And a little bit of issues there from Haug. The defense having to step up, and a great play from Lopez.
Alive for the situation there, Joao Lopes.
As Haug kicked it right off of the attacker. Shane sends it up. Schmidley coming out. But Theron Hanlon, who's listed at 6'3", 240, not a small guy, in goal.
Certainly an imposing figure between them sticks.
Free kick for Bird as he's trying to direct traffic. Hanlon skies up to control that ball. They'll play to the back line. Back to midfield. Georgetown has seemed to control a little bit more of the attack than the Tigers. Shane, a little bit of a light pass, but a good move from Neokwazara, moving through, just couldn't keep full control. A hard last touch, and Georgetown right back on the attack. Chasing down is Feely as he steps in and sends that one out of bounds. Working into the box, and Lopez boots it out for a corner. Georgetown attack continues.
Mixture of man and zonal marking here, but it's unusual to see everyone start outside the box from a corner kick.
One headed wide right. They'll say it came off of Campbellsville, so another corner kick.
Those late runs into the box, Colin, can cause havoc. If you lose your man, you get blocked. I think the Georgetown Tigers could get some joy from corners tonight. I think that's where they're going to be targeting, especially with some tall people on their roster.
The end around Oscarson there to keep it. Londoño tried for the back heel and to turn around. Just too tough. Georgetown throw in. Working on Nyokwizara. Pass into the box, but goes wide right of the goal. Georgetown applying pressure early on Campbellsville. Campbellsville throw in. Goes off on Oscarson. No team gaining full possession here, just keeps getting bounced around. Trying to make some very tight passes are both squads here. They'll flip the pitch and go to the other side. Working on Oscarson. I'll call the foul on Campbellsville. Referee has some words for both Londoño and the Georgetown player. They'll just play it back. Feely working in the corner. Musu cuts that off, tries to get around his man, but a good step in from Halewood. Yokwizara has that one taken from him. Haug collects the grounder. Tigers heading it back down the field. Londoño and Yokwizara working on the far side. Pass up ahead to Musu. Musu trying to win out with speed, getting pulled back. And the card will come out early as Mora picks up a yellow card.
I don't think Mora will be too upset about picking up the book in there. It's very, very dangerous counter-attack. Musa could have easily gone on his own, and there was Nathan Schmidley coming in at the back post as well for a pass across. So I think that one goes down as a cynical professional foul.
Just a necessary evil to pick up that yellow card. Crossed in and Handlin. Georgetown back on the move. That's Zellman. And Kojima runs him off the ball, and he is down.
There is not many people quicker than James Feely in a foot race. And
I apologize. That is Feely. That wasn't Kojima.
The attacker down on the floor. I think he found that out the hard way just then.
Not sure if he ran into that wall there afterwards as he slid in. Thankfully, it's padded, but that is a concrete wall behind that padding. You run into that with enough steam, it's going to rattle your cage. So he'll come off the field. Looks like complaints about his shoulder. So I'm assuming he ran his shoulder right into that wall. Hopefully he'll be all right. He comes back out on the field almost immediately. So he seems to be fine. Pass to Yokwizara is cut off. Feely able to shield Zellman off the ball once more. Feely has done a great job tonight in that back position, running the Tigers, Georgetown Tigers, off with the ball. That header out of play for a Georgetown throw-in. Thank you for joining our stream on GamblesvilleTigers.com. If you're watching on YouTube as well, on the CU Sports Network YouTube page, be sure to like and subscribe for all things Tiger athletics. Shane's taken down. Georgetown throw-in. Goes out on Nora.
I think there was a bit of afters there. Don't really like to see that, but hopefully nothing too untoward transpired.
Musu yelling to flip The other side of the pitch, now Bird. Londoño has Musu. He'll find Kojima. Kojima lines up, takes the boot, but wide left and high.
Worth an effort there from Kojima, but with the ball racing away from him, leant back on his weak foot. I think it was always bound to sail over the crossbar.
Yokwizara blazing down that backside. Touch to Oscarson from Musu. Oscarson working on Halewood into the box and headed by Schmidley just high as it comes off the field goal post. So another good attack from the Campbellsville team. Feely will play back to Haug. Musu trying to find Schmidley, but cut off by Perrin. Out of play, so a goal kick for the Tigers. Georgetown throw in. Out of bounds, a Campbellsville throw in now. A lot of back and forth. Georgetown will come away with it. To the far side. Good play, but nobody there to receive that pass. Musu works past Perrin. Gives a cross. And a beautiful play from Campbellsville as Musu sent it across. Oscarson right back, and Londoño a diving header, but couldn't find the back of the net.
Sublime run there from Sebastiano Musu. worked something out of nothing really from what looks to be a long hit and hope switch from James Feely. Just picked it up and made some space in the ball that was flashed across the face of goal. Probably deserved someone on the end of it for a finish.
Foul on Campbellsville. Georgetown free kick. They'll play back. 20 minutes left in this first half. Still knotted up at 0. Londoño. Musu gives it up to Nyokwizara. Now Oscarson just outside the box, headed towards the corner. Be a throw in for the Tigers. Actually, be a corner, excuse me. I thought it was a throw in.
I think everyone else thought it was a throw in as well, Colin, to be
And
fair.
yeah, there we go. They switched up. Campbellsville tried to take advantage of the miscommunication between the referees. They'll play it as a corner kick, or try to anyway. And the rebound from Schmidley as he finds the back of the net to open up scoring here against Georgetown. What works so well about that, or what works so well for that attack, I guess I should ask?
I think it was the surprise overload on that left flank, Colin, with the confusion of the referee giving a throw-in and then a corner. Jamie Bird propped up on that left side. He was going to take the corner, but had the wherewithal to quickly take the throw-in. It was the overload that allowed him to swing a ball into the box and caused a bit of confusion.
He sends it right in, headed away, but Schmidley able to pick up the scraps.
It's a bit of a scrappy goal, yes, Colin, but I'm sure Schmidley won't mind as he wheels away in celebration.
Schmidley will pick up his first goal of the season. Oscarson tries to send one. Perrin turns his rear around, takes one off of it. Good step in from Bird. He surveys into the box, but headed away for a Campbellsville throw-in. Trouble cleared away for now. Skies one. Headed backwards and out for a Campbellsville throw-in.
Oh,
Headed away.
clash feds between two
And
Georgetown
I'm not
players
sure
there.
somebody collided heads or not. So he went down grabbing his head. Men's soccer trainer Ryan Lee heads out to help up the Georgetown Tiger. He's off and walking just fine. Just a bit shaken. Those headers, you collide heads, it sure will knock the cobwebs loose. Now, I'm not sure what the confusion is on the field. So they'll play it back, and we're underway. Jima cuts back to center field. Feely has that one chipped away. Musu skies one up. Bird. Schmidley backheels one up into the air. Heads it over for Londoño. Tries to juggle over the defender. Georgetown finally gains full possession. They're on the run. As Feely runs his man off the ball. No whistle.
Another through ball, the same outcome.
So he went down hard. Schmidley gives through to Musu. It is tapped. Shot in and just off the corner where post meets post.
Wrong-footed the keeper there. He opened up his body, almost giving the keeper the eyes to finesse it into that top left corner, but at the last minute reversed it into top right and nearly paid off.
Georgetown coach arguing to the line judge where there should have been a foul, but none given. Campbellsville throw in.
It's been a scrappy game up to this point, Colin, in the most parts, but it just seems like at the moment the Campbellsville Tigers have got a bit more fight and a bit more bite in them at the moment.
And a little bit of hand fighting there. Yellow card given to Musu.
Yellow card given to Campbellsville, number 9, Sebastiano Musu.
It's a blot on his record book. They didn't really need to
He had
react
that
like
yellow
that.
card in his hand, and he almost turned around to Pear and like, do you want a piece of this yellow card? It's been a chippy game, as you mentioned. It's been tough. It's been physical. This head referee has had no part of the hand checking. And a huge shoulder check on Feely.
I think that's a bit of payback for the last three he's handed out, but still came away with a throw-in.
Zellman trying to get his money's worth, as you mentioned, a little bit of retaliation. But ultimately, the Tigers will come away with the ball back. Bird has that one taken away. Kojima able to keep Juhas off the ball. Shane with a huge header down the field.
Such a vital part of that Campbellsville midfield. his ball retention, his ball. I can't remember what I was going to say, but his ability to recover possession is just such a pivotal part of the turnovers.
Free kick for the Tigers. Feely towards the box. Hanlon comes out. Campbellsville throw in. Oscarson on the move. Crosses one over. Schmidley. Londoño and has it batted away. Londoño another shot. That one would have been a lot tougher than the last. But a corner as Bird will head over to do the honors.
I think the referee was right in giving a corner that time instead of a Florian. I think that one was a bit more clear cut for him.
Ball perfectly placed. Shane just sends it wide right.
Complete polar opposites in tactical approaches to that corner. We have Georgetown Tigers opting to have everyone outside the box, while Campbellsville appear to have everyone congested on top of that keeper.
Tigers were working on that far side. A Campbellsville throw in, and he throws the ball. Bounces right into Neokwizara, and that will be a yellow card issued.
Yellow card given to number 8, Alexander Pestek.
That goes to Petchacek. Oscarson curls back to get it, cuts back in. He's taken to the turf. I don't know why Georgetown was upset about that. Seemed pretty clear cut, 2 hands pushed to the ground.
Yet to see any real movement of any kind of significance from either bench at the moment, but when games are as competitive and intense as this, is often hard for subs to come in and reach that same sort of aggression level that's required in the game without being over the top or underprepared to enter the fray.
Under 10 minutes, curled into the box, and a little bit of a dangerous clearance from Georgetown. It should be a corner for Campbellsville.
I know there's a set routine going on, but if there's a ball back to the edge of the box here, Yuso Kojima has acres of space.
Musu takes a hot shot back into the box. Pressure cleared away for the moment. Feely sends it right back in. Oscarson heads it, and Georgetown clears that away, and right back on the attack. Haug is out of goal. Lopez, and that ball barely misses that back post. Haug was caught out of position on a quick turnaround, but the Tigers of Campbellsville come away lucky that this one isn't knotted back up at 1. Schmidley runs it down. Londoño takes that pass away, sends one into the box. Oscarson almost had it. Georgetown throw in. Yokwizara, big header. Georgetown regains possession. Trying to make the move on Kojima. He steps in. And a Georgetown foul. Kojima with excellent defense once again.
Done very well not to dive in there, got goal side and just saw the ball out of play.
We see the replay of that one goal, or of the close goal there where Haug was out of position. Just barely missed that back post. All it would have taken was about an inch of spin, and we might have a 1-1 match. Musu draws the Georgetown foul. Bird trying to find Oscarson, headed away by Halewood. Another Campbellsville throw in. Goal kick. Feely sends that one out of play. To clear the pressure for now, just under 5 minutes. As Campbellsville leads 1-0 over Georgetown. Schmidley curls that one in. Under 4 in the first half. And cheering section letting him hear it here on this near side. Every time the ball comes near this near side, They've gotten extremely loud. Londoño out and running. Gives a back tap to Musu, and they'll play it to the back line.
With the Georgetown Tigers playing on a 5-back at the moment, it's very hard for them to utilise the width because they've got a compact central midfield area, but the two wing backs are left very isolated, so it's been very hard for them to get any sort of joy down the wings.
So Shane was taken down, a Campbellsville free kick, now under 3. Good touch from Oscarson. Georgetown comes away from that battle with a win. Oscarson looks to be in some pain there.
Again from there, so I think decision making is going to be vital.
We get things underway here in the second half. Tigers of Campbellsville have a 1-0 lead over Georgetown. Saw a lot of scrappiness, a lot of physicality, a lot of pushing and shoving and words being traded. We'll see if that takes a change here in the second half. But I can only imagine that these two teams will get even more competitive. Feely will run that one around, cut back, and flip it out front. Georgetown player taken down. Accidental grabbing at his ankle. Kojima came in from behind. A little slow to get up. And time will be taken. He stands up and walks it off. One flicked in. How catches that one on the fly. Batted back to midfield. Out of play for a Georgetown throw-in. Go to the other side. Yokwizara wins that one. Pass to Musu. He'll leave off for Oscarson. Cutting into the box now. Flips it over. And cleared away by Perrin. Georgetown trying to get on the move. Stopped. Londoño sends one as he tries to catch Hanlon off guard. Georgetown moving quickly with Devlin. Feely clears it away. Londoño. Pass will be cut off by Georgetown. Out of play. Georgetown player highly upset with the call. But it'll be Camelsville ball.
Great ball
Londoño.
breaking the line there from João Lopez.
Londoño flips back. Schmidley takes the shot.
Really well worked.
Right at Hanlon. What are you seeing from Camelsville's offense here early? As Oscarson gets that one stripped away.
We've had a couple pot shots, Colin, but nothing really too sustained. It's been a... I did say we was in for another... Oh, that doesn't look too good.
As our players collide. As Lopez collides with Zellman.
Selman's been through it today.
He certainly has. Not sure who that is on the Georgetown sideline barking out that that's not a no call. Wanting the foul. Not getting it. Dono heads back. Musu. Now Georgetown out and running here on the near side. Shane takes down Cadiz from behind, but Cadiz was livid, even though the foul was whistled. Ball crossed in. Haug up. And he's going to give a quick clearance. Crosses that one in. Howe gets down and keeps it away as the Georgetown attacker was flying in. Zellman once again. Setting up for the corner. Blocked by Londoño.
Thought he was going to get caught in possession there when that first touch bubbled up.
Able to play it away from Musu. Georgetown crosses into the box. One more. That one goes wide right of the goal. Be a Georgetown corner. They start their runs, curling around. Headed away and a hot shot high above the goal. Out to midfield. Through ball, Haug out. Well out of goal. Gets down to save that one. And keeps Campbellsville out of trouble for now. Finley fires that one into the crowd. Whole host of substitutions coming on for Georgetown. Three subs come onto the field.
Oh, exquisite little piece of skill there from Oscarson.
Lopez gets stripped, and a foul called on Georgetown. Oscarson into the box, cleared away. Yokwizara tried to fire it in, comes off of Londoño. Good slide in from Shane. Musu off and running now. Sends a crosser on fire, but Handlin gets down to the turf to take care of it. A lot of back and forth action here in this second half. Couple of tough playbacks, but it'll go out of bounds. Throw in. Musu gets around Perrin. Musu off to the races. 3-on-1 and gets left off. Mora able to come in and stop it. Now Kojima, he takes a shot across and goes just left. What have you seen from this defense set from Georgetown that Campbellsville could take advantage of?
I don't know. I haven't seen much of their other encounters in the Mid-South Conference, Colin, but it appears to me that they don't really seem comfortable when they have the ball at their feet. They maybe string 2 or 3 passes together, then look to hit the wings with a searching long ball. So I think that's what we can capitalise on. And also, if the defender maintains and carries on being so tight to Musu, if he does spin off and get in behind, we could get some joy there as well.
Cutting in and through traffic, but out of play from Petchchik. Into the box and a bad foot.
Really good ball with a lot of venom there. If that could have been helped on goalwards, it would have been a problem for the keeper.
Just misstruck off the foot of Canal. 29 minutes remain in the match. Tigers still leading 1-0. Thank you if you're joining us on our stream at CampbellsvilleTigers.com, or if you're joining us on YouTube on the CU Sports Network page, be sure to like and subscribe. Feely sends it across the pitch. Good run from Londoño. Sends one into the box for Musu.
What a great goal.
And Musu makes it a 2-0 game.
Goes assisted by Samuel Londoño.
Sebastiano Musu makes it a 2-0 game. Musu's 5th goal of the season comes at a big point to help give the Tigers a 2-0 lead over Georgetown. A little bit of an insurance goal there, especially with 28 minutes remaining.
That does give us a buffer, Colin. That goal was really something special. The fluid movement. And it all started down in the left-hand defensive third of Campbellsville with James Feely, a little ball roll. Switched it out to the right wing. The the ability to beat the man and put in a sublime cross. And then as soon as it reaches Musu's foot 12 yards out, there's only one outcome.
You can't expect much more from Hanlon when you're going up against one of the nation's best attackers in Sebastiano Musu.
It's probably the most important 5 minutes from the Camelsville perspective. There's a saying in football that 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline. If we could steady the onslaught that's going to come, surely the Georgetown players will understand that they're going to need to get a goal back, and soon. I think their reply will come in the form of pressure, but we need to weather it and just focus on the decision making, as I alluded to, as the second half started.
You certainly never want to feel comfortable with a 2-goal lead. Like you mentioned, it could be dangerous. 2 goals is pretty much nothing here with 26 minutes left to play. It's a lot of time on the clock. Haug able to stay with it as he had pressure pushing in. The attacker almost took that ball with him as it had fell to Haug's feet.
Good hands.
Can see him feel a little bit of that urgency that you were talking about from Georgetown. They start to slow up a little bit. Headed that one high and right. 25 minutes left in the match. Georgetown able to split the defense. Good stop from Lopez. Bird gets around and clears the trouble away. Londoño out and running. Has Oscarson to the left. Musu running to the right. He'll go Oscarson on the left. Cuts in, sends one high and over.
It's more positive signs for the Tigers, though. The smooth transition from winning the ball back in defence, switching it along, getting in behind and producing half chances.
Musu bumped out of the way. Georgetown getting things moving off the Campbellsville foul. Campbellsville throw in. Kojima will settle things down. Campbellsville throw in. Yokwizara spins one in, but nobody home for that one. Antonio Quinta is out on the field. I missed him come in unless he started out in. So we take a look at the replay of that Musu goal. It made it 2-0. Gorgeous location of the shot and a beautiful attack all around from the Tigers, starting all the way from the defensive line. Musu sends a hard header out of bounds. Called a Georgetown throw in.
Spoke about important decision making was Colin at the beginning of this second half. And with the keeper trying to play out from the back in and around his own 18-yard box with 5 Campbellsville players still up from the free kick. I think it was a bit naive on his front. They were lucky to get away with it.
20 minutes left in the match. Georgetown looking to get things going as the time continues to tick away. Still plenty of time to stage a comeback, though, so Campbellsville has to stay grounded. Yokwizara. Corner kick for Campbellsville. Referee's going to go over there and settle out a little bit of that chirping and bumping and hands-talking over there. It's everybody crowded together. The near post. Campbellsville throw in. Back heel from Musu right to Oscarson. Has Quinta. Quinta slots it. 3-0. Campbellsville has just looked like a different team out here tonight, taking it to a team that has been unbeaten even against some pretty tough opponents.
It's another fluid goal as well. Beautiful movement on and off the ball. And it is shades of that national winning side of last year.
Quinta made me a touch nervous as he stopped and hesitated, allowing the defense to kind of reset, but it worked out for the best. That's why I'm up here and not down on the pitch. He's able to find the back corner. And Georgetown really feeling the pressure as they drop another goal, 17:30 left here. And this one, as we watch this attack, starts with the beautiful back heel from Musu. Oscarson finding Quinta. Hesitates, cuts back. Back corner. Nothing but net. Haug jumps out to save that header. Taken down from behind. Lopez going to have some words and take up for his teammate there with Howard. And taken away on a bad free kick. Offsides call. The offside starts that attack. So Lopez holds his hand up over to the coaches. My bad, coach.
Don't think that was his finest moment in a Campbellsville shirt there. Massive let off.
Tigers come away lucky from that one. Musu sends a rocket. Well out of bounds. As Bird hip checks and might get a little bit of retaliation from earlier. Free kick for Georgetown. Quinta with a beautiful header now out and running on the attack is Musu. Kojima there to pick it up. Musu now back in control, leaves it off. Trying to find Feely or Kojima. Georgetown able to spoil that one.
I think James Feely had a bit of a nosebleed being that high up the pitch there.
Certainly not used to being up there, especially on the attack. Londoño taken down, no call. Now on the move, Haug.
Very well dealt with.
That one out. A good no call, honestly. If you're not going to call the one on the one end, you got to leave that one. So good even calling here from this crew. Haug knocks that one down. Now Londoño. He'll just go ahead and play it back. I think you're starting to see a little bit of that frustration being an unbeaten team and you're down 3-0 with 12:45 left. I think you're starting to see a little bit of that frustration play out.
I think desperation as well, Colin. As bodies going forward, it's leaving holes in the back line of the Georgetown defence. I think that's why we're seeing so much joy with those quick transitions on the counter.
Feely. They'll flip and go to the other side. Bird heads it down. Out on the run, doesn't have the numbers. They'll slow up a little bit. Musu. Is that one taken away? One high, good read from Haug. Quinta almost able to pull that one off. Georgetown takes back over. Good step in, a Georgetown throw in. You hear the Georgetown players yelling at each other now. Oscarson. Yokwizara. Musu turns, fires. Handling. Keeps that one from finding back net. Oscarson shown a quick yellow card.
Yellow card being Campbellsville's number 10, Musa Oscarson.
That should be moved back. It's a rolling ball off the restart. But apart from that, on the contrary to what the Georgetown coaching staff are barking at the official, I think he's had a good game. He's nipped in the bud any sort of fights. He's been consistent with the calls throughout.
Quinta cuts back. Running center. Oscarson has to turn around to pull it in. And they'll give him a goal kick. 8.5 minutes left in the match. Bird getting ready to send one into the box. Shane missed the header. Oscarson flips over, goes to Quinta. Cuts out, curls it in, Oscarson. Missed the shot to make it 4-0, but it certainly would have been a tough one to slot. Campbellsville has to be content with clearing it back and just keeping it away from their goal here in the final 6 minutes. A 3-0 lead. Looks like a cramp coming in on Jamie Bird. Those never feel good as an athlete. Those cramps are extremely brutal, and they come in out of nowhere. They hit like lightning, especially here in this colder weather. What have you liked from the Tigers here tonight?
I think it was comprehensive, Colin. I don't wish to jump the gun and start speaking too early, but I think it was comprehensive. I think they were the better side throughout. And it's a statement. They made a statement today against this unbeaten Georgetown side, showing that although they've had a weaker start to the season on their form, but they've come out here today. And I think Georgetown winning is favourites today. I don't think there's any misconceptions about that. But from start to finish, it was a team performance from the Tigers. And at times it's been disjointed over the last few weeks. And I think we've seen unity out there today.
Haug jumps up to rein that one in as we go under 6 minutes. Tigers have worked well as a team, too, as we talked about on the attacks. Just such fluid motion, ball being passed. It seems like they almost know exactly where their teammate's going to be at that exact moment. Moving forward, Lopez sends that one out into center field of the baseball field. There's going to be no doubt about that clearance. Georgetown moving forward. Good slide save from Donovan Jardum, the freshman from South Africa. A good job to save it from the corner as well. Keep it to a throw in. They play on through that one.
Into the game for Campbellsville, number 7, Nathan Smidley, and number 11, Gabriel Ramos.
Gabriel Ramos and Nathan Schmidley into the game. Here now under 4 minutes. Georgetown trying to keep this from being a shutout. Campbellsville throw in. It will actually be a free kick. Takes a short hopper. Hog, no problem with that. Out of play. Kojima cuts in a lot of no calls. Still not calling anything. As it feels like the referee just wants to keep this time running.
James Feely grasping at his shoulder there, and he signals straight away for the training to come on.
Crowd getting a little bit of a rile out of the players.
Can't blame him, if I'm honest, Colin. They've been on at them from start to finish throughout this 90 minutes.
They've been specifically calling out numbers and going at these players. That's that home crowd advantage. As Feely will walk off under his own power. Always good to see.
Entering the game for Campbellsville, number 15, Oscar Gustafsson.
Oscar Gustafsson, not to be confused with Gustav Oscarsson, will come onto the pitch. Final minute of play.
1 minute remaining.
Cross too strong. Throw into the box is headed away. Final 10 seconds approaching.
10, 9, 8, 7.
In both games, Colin, 10 goals scored between the men's and the women's team and none conceded. It's been a very good day for Campbellsville and the fans.
Two big shutouts here, and the crowd is loving it as they wave the Georgetown players off the field. They've brought the energy here tonight in a 3-0 victory as the Tigers started out action with the Lady Tigers taking a 7-0 victory over Georgetown, and now the men's side getting it done with a 3-0 victory, as the first goal would come in the 26th minute with Nathan Schmidley. He would make it 1-0. Then Sebastiano Musu would come back in the second half and open things up. You can see here the start of this action as Schmidley able to come around off the rebound and find back corner to make it 1-0. Then it would be the beautiful pass from Londoño to Musu to make it a 2-0 ball game. And then just 11 minutes later, a beautiful back heel. Oscarsson hands off, and Quinta puts it away to make it a 3-0 victory. Liam, what did you love to see from this Tigers team?
The passion, Colin. It's been missing in weeks prior, and I think today something clicked. And I think that's when we saw the team come together, act as one unit, not individual players. And I think that was the difference maker today.
Well, the Tigers will be back in action on October 8th, this Saturday at 8 p.m. The second of the doubleheader. The women's will start first at 6. You can join CampbellsvilleTigers.com on the stream or the CU Sports Network YouTube channel. Liam Morgan will be on the call for that one as I'm on the road with Campbellsville football. But you'll be here on the football side of things. And I'm excited for you to take over.
Yeah, it'll be a challenge, but I'm sure it'll be entertaining one way or the other.
Oh, you'll be fine. The Tigers will face off against the Bears of Shawnee State this Saturday, so be sure to tune in.